Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Four from TradeWinds.com, and this is our update for May the 3rd, 2017. Let's take a quick look at today's markets. Well, the stock market today closed mostly lower. Out of the four index charts, the Dow managed to gain about 8 points, but the other three closed in negative territory. They did make up ground before the end of the session, but closed lower. The S&P was down 3, the Nasdaq was down 22 points today, and the Russell was down another 8 points today. Bonds were fairly flat, closing higher by about 8 cents, while gold at the close was down about 8.5 points. It continues to drop. You can see now the futures are down almost 20 points, while crude was fairly flat, gained about 16 cents at the close, and right now has reversed course and is down 16 cents. Now, earlier today, the Feds announced that they are holding rates steady. That gave bank stocks a bit of a boost. Let's have a look at a couple. Bank of America here bouncing nicely today, putting in a bullish engulfing pattern. If we had more momentum here on our side, in other words, more of a slope on that 20-period moving average pointing upwards, I'd be a lot more interested in this. But this certainly looks like it could make another run for the highs here. Citigroup, though, is another good one. Looks really nice, especially if you look at this wedge pattern that has been developing here, and we're pretty much there. We can draw this one of two ways. Let me zoom in here. We can use this high here. Actually, let me redraw this for you and show you. When you're drawing trend lines, there's no hard and fast rule. You want the most number of touches. So ideally we would go here because we get a couple of touches here plus this one as opposed to just this here. But look, let's draw this in, and you can see that here, we also have this candle here. So one of two ways. Either way, I think this is breaking out to the upside here and moving higher. Okay. Yes, today was just one day. They're fed off the Fed announcement, but overall they've been strong, and I really like the longer term picture here on Citigroup. The reason being is it's been consolidating for many years, and recently now has been moving higher. And let's zoom in here. You see we're right at those highs, right about breaking out. So if we do, we're in for a long period of higher prices, and that's why I like the banks. Now, after market close, a number of big earnings reports, Tesla was one of them, came in with a much bigger than expected loss. Came in with a loss of $1.33 per share versus an expected loss of 82 cents per share. But, excuse me, after hours, they were actually up 1% when I saw them. Now, it was very early, immediately after the results, so it could continue to bounce around, but really the conference call is going to have a lot to say with this. Everyone's interested in their new Model 3 and what those numbers look like, what the order numbers look like, but they also expect to expand their with the new plant that they have. They're expecting to be able to pump out a lot more cars. I heard the number of 5,000 a month at some point in the near future. So the details of the conference call, which has not happened yet, are going to be crucial. So you may want to check the pre-market on Tesla tomorrow morning to see if there's going to be a gap one way or the other here. Having a look at the chart right now on the daily, nice strong momentum higher. We were in the midst of a pullback here, so any bounce from this point, I think we move off to fresh new highs. If we look at the weekly chart, we also have momentum behind this move. Now, this week's candle would indicate that we might be in for a pullback. But if we do, a great spot to look for to get long here would be about 280, which would be a retest back of these highs. And remember, this was in a long channel here for a long time and recently broke out to the upside. So a retest of the upper edge of that channel would be fantastic. Love to pick some up at 280 there. The monthly chart, same thing. You can see, looks like we could be in for a pullback here, but it really all depends on tomorrow morning. So only question is here, you know, do we bounce right away based on that conference call, or do we pull back? I'm actually hoping we get a pullback in towards that 280 level for a buy at some point in the near future. Okay, we'll continue to keep an eye on that, but that's about it for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you on our next update.